City Sports Cast with Mike Jimenez and Joe Garcia. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Join the discussion as we broadcast live from beautiful West San Antonio. And remember to tip your hosts as it helps the show grow.
That is new. I am not used to that. What's going on, Joe Garcia? My name is Mike Jimenez. This is the Alamo City Sports Cast coming at you from beautiful San Antonio, Texas. Big show today. We typically talk sports, pop culture, and nostalgia. But you know what? I mean, I know we have Ezekiel Elliott going to the Cowboys again. I know we have the NFL draft, and we have Joel Embiid with the wonky eye because of Bell's palsy. We understand what's going on when it comes to all of these sports topics.
Yeah.
But really, everyone's talking right now about Fiesta, right?
Course,
Fiesta wrapped up yesterday. You had a fatal shooting at Market Square, killing 2 people. We need to get into that. What kind of security measures need to be put in place for next year when it comes to that?
But we do have a guest that's waiting to be coming on the show now.
But before we bring her on real fast, the big topic of discussion over the last 36 hours has been about A.B. Quintanilla. The Tejano star came to San Antonio performing at the Tejano Explosion downtown. Thousands of people were there. And he goes on this massive rant where he sounded like me ranting about UTSA football fan not making enough noise.
No.
Okay. He was going out there and he reminded me of that guy, Randy Watson from Coming to America. Why isn't anybody cheering? Right? Goes off on this nonsense. Millions of views on TikTok. Okay. Millions of views when it comes to it all. And we have a guest that's going to come on in about 5 minutes or so. Her name is Maria Perez. She videotaped this, and we're coming up on nearly 8 million views of her TikToks of this rant going off. And by the way, it says I buy power over here. I don't know what's going on my screen.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
So there you go. I'm sorry. By the way, our chat line is up right now. So if you want to take part in the stream, you've subscribed to us on YouTube, Alamo City Podcast Network. We now have 858 subscribers strong. Lots of comments coming in already. So we're going to have a nice little conversation with Maria Perez in a moment about this. But A.B. Quintanilla then goes out there and does this apology. 5.5-minute long video on Instagram, which he has since taken down, where he basically says that he had a bipolar episode. And it all started with the fact that he had a cancer scare that wasn't a cancer thing. And he goes on and says that this all kind of started with Selena's death back in the mid-90s. And people are calling him out when it comes to it.
It's PR at its finest, dude. You go on a rant. This is you. This is who you are. And then your PR people or his dad went and said something to him and said, you better make an apology video. He puts it out. Then he probably says, you know what? I regret putting the video out. I'm going to take it down.
Now, we have lots of comments coming in. Christopher Leja coming in saying, never seen AB and Jimenez in the same room. Others are coming out and saying, Mario Cavasso saying, I'm off my meds and speak the truth whenever that's the case.
Jeez.
People are making fun of the apology. Others calling me A.B. Jimenez and Mike Quintanilla, that we've never been in the same room together, right? Apparently because we go on rants from every once in a while when it comes to things. But I found this to be funny. So I reached out to a woman named Maria Perez. She's going to join us in a minute or so, because I found it interesting because this video was everywhere. Everywhere. And it was such great quality video of him just ranting. I thought the rant was a minute long until I went onto her TikTok page and I noticed it was like 12 minutes. He went on and on and on, and then he ends it with, now here's a song from our first album.
Yeah, I'm like, geez, dude.
But everybody was talking about this the last 36 hours. And then just when you thought it was going to die down, what happens? He pulls the apology, pulls it down. Like we don't have copies. Like we don't have screenshots of this, right? We don't have recordings of this. This is absolutely insane. Let's go ahead and bring Maria Perez on. I want to thank her for being on today's show on the Alamo City Sports Cast. She is a school teacher from the Dallas area. She was in town for the Tejano Explosion because she enjoys Fiesta. The thing about it is this, Maria, you filmed something that went viral, more than 7 million views in 24 hours. What were your thoughts when you saw people were just checking out your video repeatedly over the weekend?
Yeah, I was surprised. It's funny because I took all the videos, and I was anxious to get back to our hotel room so I could post them all. And that's what I did. As soon as we got back to the hotel, I started posting one after the other. And the reason I did 6 different videos, part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, is because I couldn't post them all together. It would have been too much. So I just did it in parts.
Now, people reached out to you. You were talking to me about this yesterday, about how all these media outlets were asking you for permission to show these videos. And were you surprised at the amount of attention this was getting? Because I remember when I first saw it, it was on my For You page. I clicked on it. I was like, what is he doing? And then I clicked on your page and I saw that you had 6 parts to it all. Were you surprised at the amount of interest that people had in this rant and in your video in particular?
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm not new to TikTok. I also have another account that's my dog's. So, but yeah, I was surprised with all the views and especially the comments. I got a good laugh at some of the comments.
Now, here's the thing. You were in town for Fiesta, again, a school teacher from Dallas, and you get caught up in this whole thing, right? It goes viral. But you are an AB fan. That's why you were there. You traveled from Dallas to be there to watch AB perform. What were your thoughts when you heard him go on a rant there? Do you think it was fair? Do you think was the crowd just not into it? I mean, what did you think about the whole scenario?
From the get-go, like as soon as their set started and he started talking, from the very beginning, he was very low energy, like very monotone and like, hey, what's up, San Antonio? We're gonna party, or instead of like, what's up, San Antonio? He did really nothing to hype the crowd. And from the get-go, he was saying some just random nonsense. And I kept turning to my husband. I'm like, why is he being such a dork right now? Like, why is he saying that? Like, I kept rolling my eyes and I'm like, just play music. Like, why are you being like that? And it wasn't until like 3 or 4 songs in, and like he literally after every song would sit and talk nonsense. But it wasn't until like after the 3rd or 4th song is when he started saying, you know what? I'm not coming back here. I'm not performing for y'all anymore. And I'm thinking in my head, like, is he playing? Is he joking like he was the other times he was just talking nonsense? And it wasn't until he started throwing F-bombs that I'm like, picked up my phone and started recording because I'm like, oh no, he's serious. Like, I thought he was joking, and no, like, oh shoot, he's serious, but that's how it started. He was like, you all aren't getting up, you all aren't dancing, you all aren't clapping and cheering. What's wrong with y'all? I'm not coming back here anymore. This is the last time I'm going to be here. So enjoy the show because I'm not performing here anymore. So
Claudia Cavazos reaches out to us on our YouTube stream, says the Corpus Christi news was talking bad about him. AB is a bass player, not even a singer. Man, a lot of people reaching out just basically say that he's overrated, but he does have fans. You are a fan that came down, and you're saying that he was just low energy, that it was a bad performance. Had you seen him perform before, and was he better at other times?
Yeah. And it was more, high energy. And then, and I was just telling my husband, I said, because we went to see Signo not too long ago, and they have a really good hype man. And I was like, he needs a good hype man because he ain't it. He's not hyping up the crowd at all. He needs a good hype man.
Now, here's the thing about it all. Over 7 million views. This is being aired all over this country. This is making big news. Your video, you were smart enough to grab your camera and to splice it up into 6 different videos because we got to see the full extent of this rant that he was going on. Later on, last night, he released a video on Instagram, 5.5 minutes long, where he blames PTSD. He blames it on a bipolar episode, saying that he had a cancer scare. And because of that, and because of a biopsy was being done, he had to get off his meds, and that this was the result of it all. You are a fan. You follow this guy. Do you believe any of that?
Not really, because if his apology was really sincere and honest, then why did he feel the need to delete it? My thoughts were, and as soon as I listened to it, I told my husband, I've had 4 or 5 biopsies in my life, 4 major surgeries. Not once has my doctor ever told me to get off my meds. Like, that just didn't make sense to me. I'm like, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I can't confirm that, but I thought it was weird. Like, in fact, they don't want you to go off your meds because, especially if you're taking medications for mental health, I mean, they usually tell you to not get off of them because you go through withdrawals. You know, I don't know. I just think that was odd.
One last question for you, Maria. I'm talking to Maria Perez, who filmed the infamous video of AB's rant the other day. What was it like to be caught up in the storm, and to know that you played a role in it all?
It was crazy. I mean, we were there with another couple, and his after his first rant, they're like, "We're out." And my husband's like, "No, I want to stay because, you know, this might be the last time I ever see AB Quintanilla or the Cumbiasters or whatever." And so we stayed, and I literally had my phone in my hand ready because as soon as they would be done playing a song, he would start up again. Every single time after every song. That's why there were so many videos too, because literally after every single song, he would start talking again.
Maria, I have a question for you because I was watching the video and I noticed body language says a lot, right? So when he's going on these rants, you can see other members of the band, and when people don't really feel comfortable, they put their heads down and they were like, "Oh no!"
Putting their heads down, looking at each other like, "What's going on here?" You know, I felt really bad for them, like secondhand embarrassed for them because yeah, they were not comfortable with it at all.
That is Maria Perez. Thank you so much for being with us today, and thank you so much for allowing us to show your videos later on the show. You were caught up in something that I'm sure you'll never forget, but this is something that has legs now because, as we mentioned, AB has taken those videos down, his apology video. Absolutely insane. But Maria, thank you for being with us today.
Yeah. Thanks, Maria.
Of course. Thank you. Bye.
So let's show some of that video there that we were talking about there of AB kind of going off a little bit. I mean, AB performed at the Tejano Explosion downtown. They were the headliners. They're going out there and wanting to put on a good show. But a lot of people who are on our comments right now are talking about the fact that the crowd did look a little bit dull.
Yeah.
And is it because it's an older crowd? Is it because a lot of Tejano listeners, the avid fans out there, are more likely to be 50 and older?
Yeah, let me do this. I'm going to go ahead and share the video, but I'm going to share it with audio.
Okay, let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah, so I'm going to get it back up.
New technology.
We'll share the tab. It was Jeff's.
Yeah.
There we go. So now you should play the audio.
Okay, cool. So
put a gun to your head and force you to be here tonight. You know what I'm saying? And that feels horrible as a musician to work so fucking hard over all these years.
I don't know if
to bring your kids, and you guys.
Oh, I hear it well.
And you can't even fucking raise your hands to fucking clap or be happy, man. You know, that feels sad for us. And for me, I'll take my music somewhere else. Not here in San Diego. This is the last performance I'll ever do. So you guys enjoy the rest of the show. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being truthful with you and honest with you. I traveled all the way from Las Vegas, received love all the way from over there. I come to my hometown in Texas, San Antonio, and I got no fucking love over here, man. That's not cool. That's not cool. That's not acceptable. You guys
lots of F-bombs being thrown
Yeah.
when it comes to it all. Maria also had some better footage as well. That so multiple people recorded this. I liked Maria's footage because it was very, very right on point when it comes to it all. But the fact of the matter is that he's just throwing F-bombs at the crowd.
Yeah.
The crowd is very, 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 very tame. Barstool Stuff reaches out to us with a $5 super chat saying, AB had a tummy ache, y'all. He was grumpy, maybe even hangry. Did anyone offer him shai poke, some funnel cake? But I forgive AB is what he says.
Yeah.
I found it to be funny, dude, because everyone's talking about it. But the odd part of it all was the apology that he did later on that evening. Do we have that?
The apology? Yeah, we can share the apology.
Let's go ahead and share some of this apology video because it was very bizarre. And why is he doing it where it's the camera's right on his face? Okay.
He's just sitting down.
His
dude.
face covers up 90% of the screen. It is not very becoming. Why is he doing it that way?
I don't think he knows how to do an apology video. So here's the video footage that we have from him.
All right, let's go to rewind.
I'm making this video to basically apologize for an incident that happened at my concert last night. I wanted to apologize to all the people that were there. I want to apologize for my words, my actions, what I said. But at the same time, I wanted to share something with you guys that's a little bit personal. And normally I don't like to share things that are personal when it comes to health matters. But in this situation, I feel that I have to address exactly what happened last night. About 3 weeks ago, I had a health scare. I was suggested by my doctor to attend a specialist.
Yeah, so he goes on to say that he attended a specialist. He got a biopsy. They told him to get off his meds. He suffers from mental, issues, and he had some medication they told him not to take. So he's blaming the medication
Or lack thereof.
for lack thereof of his actions, But I'm just gonna say it, man. This guy's a pinche mamon, dude. Come on, you're gonna blame something else instead of just be a man and say, look, I messed up. I said some things I shouldn't have. Sorry, I'll try to do better. The end of it, Don't go and try to blame somebody else. That's it.
So a couple of things about this. First of all, I don't know how it all works when it comes to being bipolar. I do have a friend, or I should say a former friend, who was bipolar, and he would go on rants from time to time. And it was a different type of rant, because the rant that he appeared to be on seemed like he was in control of himself. The former friend of mine who would go on these bipolar rants, and it was legit bipolar, was a lot more intense, and you could see something kind of in the eyes that there was something amiss, something going wrong. I'm trying to read up on it and whether something like a death or a passing could bring on a bipolar disorder. And I'm reading that it can, but Selena passed away 30 some odd years ago, man.
Yeah.
Or it's been roughly 30 years, maybe not 30 yet, but it's been that long. So I don't know how you can say that you still have that illness. And maybe that's just me being naive when it comes to it all. I think he was just pissed.
The Drew Show. He's $5 tip from the Drew Show. He says, did AB put on his douche kit, designer glasses, goatee with stubble, the Harley hat, arm tattoos? He's a clown. Enjoy retirement.
Dude, that is just so bizarre, man. It was so bizarre, that whole incident going on, because, dude, I understand if you are a band, you want to have them amped up. The fact that AB goes off and says, you guys cheer for the Cowboys and they lose all the time, that was hysterical.
So what, now he's classifying himself as a loser? I mean, come on, bro.
No, and I think he's classifying the fans as losers, because he goes, you guys are down for loser activity. I'm over here doing my thing. And then he goes on and says, I got more love in Las Vegas than I did over
then
here.
Stay in Vegas. We don't want you here.
He goes, this is my home. He goes, I thought San Antonio loved Tejano music, and you guys are just sitting there doing nothing. He goes, this was the problem. I'm even trying to get you guys to clap with me, and no one's clapping. I can see, I'm not going to be an AB apologist, okay?
Yeah.
But I can see being a performer and going out there and having no crowd into it at all.
Well, maybe if you bring the energy, like Maria was saying, he's just low energy, flat, no enthusiasm, and you're coming out and you're going to play for a crowd that is of a certain age. It's not like they're in their 20s, like teenagers. You're old as hell, bro. You're a bassist.
Sam Salinas reaches out to us on our YouTube stream saying, when is he going to apologize to the Cowboys?
He needs to. You need to apologize to the Cowboys,
because
bro.
I don't care how true that was. He crossed the line.
That's the same thing that Leha said too. Where is it? I saw it right here. Leha said the same thing.
Yeah, Jonathan C. also saying he thinks he's Selena status.
No, but dude, this guy is just something else, man. It's like, give me love, somebody like me. I'm like, come on, bro. This is one of those culture vultures that wants to do everything that they can. Give me likes, help, like on my page and this kind of stuff. Like,
And then
get out of here, bro.
And then he takes down the video.
Yeah, he's a
he
dumbass.
makes it even worse. Like you said, this is a PR thing. I think this is an absolutely no PR thing. Because
It's just him going nuts.
The proper thing would have been for him to simply just issue a statement.
Possibly.
But to do a 5.5 minute long video, whenever you do a video to apologize, the last video that I saw that was an apology was Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher. Remember that one?
Bro.
When they stood up for Danny Masterson?
Yeah. And where are they at now?
Yeah, and it just like, dude, the video apologies do not work.
Do they not know that in today's society, everything is going to be recorded, screenshotted? I mean, if you put something out there, it's out there.
Dude,
it's never going away.
He recorded that video and thought to himself, yeah, that's good.
Dumbass, dude.
That's good. That'll work for me.
Look at his stupid ass glasses too, man. Get that shit off your face, dude. He looks stupid, man. He looks like a damn turtle, bro. Like a little turtle.
Yeah, and our girl Maria just caught in the middle of it all. Grab the camera, hit record. 12 minutes of a rant she recorded. Absolutely amazing. Man. Thank you, Maria, for being on with us earlier today.
We have nothing but Fiesta news. Like,
dude, the shooting in Market Square. Let's talk about that, man. Saturday night. If I had to tell you, if I had to say this to you, Joe, let's bet $100 that there's going to be a shooting at a Fiesta event. Where would you have bet that $100 on?
You know what?
Wait. Would it have been Taste of the North Side?
Oh, hell no, bro. Come on.
Would you have bet this at Alamo Heights night?
No. At King William Fair?
King William Fair?
That happens during the day? No.
Would you have bet on this at the Carnival? Maybe in the day.
Carnival, yeah.
They moved it to the Alamo Dome. Seems a lot more safe.
Yeah. I mean, when it was right across the police station, right by the Kmart parking lot. Yeah.
But you knew it was going to happen there.
This is the thing. I went with my family to Market Square when Fiesta first started because my son flew in from out of town, right?
Yeah.
So he wanted to go. He wanted to be here for Fiesta. So I'm like, okay, yeah. All the family decided they wanted to go to Fiesta de los Reyes. So I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's go hang out with the gente. And I'm going to be honest, man. When I'm walking around during the day, you feel safe. I mean, there's a lot of police presence. And one of the things that they have done this year to try to kind of nullify all the nonsense that does go out there is they try to tell people, look, you can't bring your ice chest anymore. No outside alcohol. You got to buy everything from the premises, right? Okay, cool. And I was like, okay, but it starts to get dark and stuff, and I'm telling the family, all right, we've been here for a couple hours. It's time to go. Bad things happen here after dark,
right?
Even with the police presence and all that. And I was hoping maybe this year would be different. Something like this wouldn't happen. But then you saw the Fiesta Sucia fights. You see some other guys fighting, throwing a trash can, cops pushing them out, Something needs to be done because you knew this was going to happen. You had a feeling based on what happened last year. You have the same crowd coming out there, expect the same results. Maybe this time they should have like metal detectors or something as you're entering the venue. You have to get a pat down like TSA does to you.
Right.
Something,
Okay, so this past weekend, so where was I last week? I was in North Carolina for work, and then I went to New Orleans to hang out with my daughter who lives in Baton Rouge. We went to Jazz Fest in New Orleans. Jazz Fest is a big concert venue, if you will, with 8 different stages there, right? I would say that there was probably about 100,000 people there. Maybe 50 to 100,000, right? Every single one of them had to go through a metal detector to get in. No weapons allowed. Okay, so I don't want to hear this whole Second Amendment, this and the other. That's a conservative state also. Now, I understand that there's going to be certain things that you can't do that for. You can't do that for Battle of Flowers Parade. You can't do that for the Fiesta Flambeau because those are 3 miles in length, right?
Yeah.
But if it's in an area that is quartered off like Market Square is. You know where Market Square begins and ends. You have to do checks there, man. And I don't care if people get pissed off about a line. I don't care if you have to close down 2 streets. You need to have security measures at that place because that is where this bullcrap happens, man. It is there in Nyosa.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it. But that's the mi gente part of Fiesta, right? I mean, that is where
Los Rowdies.
that is where the Edgar cuts show up. And speaking of which, if you want to go onto my my computer here, one of the ones that was killed out there, this is according to Kens5.com, an 18-year-old named Mikey Valdez. Remember, 2 people shot, 2 people killed, 4 women shot.
Oh, there
Right? Innocent bystanders were shot. This guy, Mikey Valdez, 18 years old, according to Kens5.com, he was arrested just 2 weeks ago. Ken's 5 did a story about this just 2 weeks ago about this guy named Mikey Valdez being arrested, and here he is. So what was he doing? What was this guy doing? He was breaking into cars all up and down the Rim and La Cantera, and he gets let go. Multiple felony charges. Gets let go. Starts a shootout, allegedly, at Fiesta.
Well, he dead now, dude.
There he is right there. This guy's dead now. 18 years old. He is now a goner. Now, police say that he started a shootout with a 20-year-old out there, and people don't know who's fired what because there were police officers there at one of the stages, and they fired back, and I believe they killed the 2 guys that had the guns out.
Yeah, one guy shot the other guy fatally. He was dying there on the ground, and the cops shot the other guy that was doing the shooting. You know,
right?
They were both shooting at each other, and the thing is that innocent bystanders also got injured.
We don't know who shot him.
Exactly. We don't know if that came from the guys shooting each other or did it come from SAPD trying to fire upon, the scene that they descended on.
All the victims, women.
All women. Yeah.
All women. And this is a stain on the city of San Antonio. Dude, this crap. I went to Market Square with my daughters, right? Daytime. But now I'm questioning whether it's even safe during the daytime as well, because you got to be honest with yourself, man. This is just a bunch of shadiness out there, man, especially at night. At night, it gets bad, dude.
And look at this, man. A little girl got hit. What is a little girl doing out there at past midnight, dude? When it's a scene for adults, when you're getting past a certain time, especially in the evening, man. Leave the kids at home, bro.
And then people also talking about the fact that the question becomes, is SAPD going to get in trouble? Is SAPD going to get in trouble because of look at this. There's a video of the shooting on Twitter right now.
I saw that, dude. It was on Fox 29 San Antonio was sharing the video as well.
Let's go ahead and show this real fast.
All right. I'll go to your screen. I don't see it here. Let me go ahead and put it back on. Hold on.
No, well,
I got it. I got you. There you go.
Either way, it's just showing people ducking for cover.
There we go. It's loading.
Yeah.
There we are.
But I mean, look at this scene, dude. Market Square just.
And you have 2 women like running towards it. I'm like, why? Everybody's running away.
Everyone ducking, trying to get beer and aguas frescas, right? And there go the cops. Here's more video of the melee going on. People run. Oh, here's fights outside of Fiesta.
Yeah, the Fiesta
bunch of trash,
Sucia.
man.
Fiesta Sucia fights, bro.
Just a bunch of trash, dude. All of them, dude. Just all trash.
Tim Gonzalez. That's why I don't attend Fiesta anymore. When I was a kid, I remember attending Fiesta, the Battle of Flowers parade, and this is show you how old I am, right?
Yeah.
I remember going to the parade, and they had that shooting way back when. I was probably like maybe 4 years old or something. I don't remember much. I just remember my parents being like afraid, and they just picked us up and they took off running with us. I didn't really understand what was going on until they explained it to us as I got older. Oh yeah, we're trying to watch the parade, and the shooting happened there, you know, it was a bad scene.
Right.
A lot of people got injured and whatnot.
And there'll always be a crazy person.
Yeah.
So there will always be a crazy person, and a criminal will get a hold of a gun if they want to get a hold of a gun, right? I mean, that Mikey Valdez, the guy that got killed, the 18-year-old, he was accused of having stolen weapons the entire time.
Yeah.
Right. SAPD apparently dragged him down. And there's video of both of those guys that were shot bleeding and kind of dying on the middle of the sidewalk. And I mean, is there a lawsuit that's going to come their way for quote unquote not rendering aid? I'm not saying that that's what happened, but that's some of the accusations you see going on right now on social media. They're like, hey, you've got 2 gunshot victims. I know they were the suspects. They were the ones who were with the guns allegedly, but it didn't look like police were in any hurry to get them to medical assistance.
Yeah, maybe what they need to do, and honestly, dude, with Fiesta de los Reyes, is handle it like you would any other venue, like a big venue, a concert venue. Hold it in another place where it can house multiple stages, and you have that access where you have people coming in, and now it has to be a paid event, of course, because you're going to have security and whatnot. And you have to have them come in, you have to have them checked in and everything, But
Market Square is the thing, man, because you have the shops there.
I understand that.
And that's the heritage. That's the history of it.
How many more people have to die before they start doing something about it? And now you're getting innocent bystanders injured, So, I mean, something needs to happen. I don't know what that is, but maybe that's a solution.
I'm trying to think about this. Is Jonathan C. reaches out to us and says SAPD had to secure the area and said, F those kids. They didn't value their lives or anyone else's lives, so they just said, screw them.
Yeah, the thing is,
it's gonna be a hell of a lawsuit, dude, because it's coming.
They shut the whole thing down early. Right after that event happened, they went to the other stages, and
some of the events on Sunday didn't go past sunset.
Yeah, it's like they shut everything down. It's like, I don't know, man. Something needs to change.
You need to have, even if it's at Market Square, because just the visual of Market Square, there's different ways of getting in. It's basically an L, right? You got Mi Tierra right there, and it ends at, you got La Margarita and all that stuff. You have all those restaurants there.
Yeah.
But you need to have some sort of metal detector to get in. And dude, also the rowdier the events are the ones where there's no cost to get in.
Yeah, it's free, dude.
If you are paying to get in, chances are it's a nicer event. Chances are
Oyster Bake.
I mean, Oyster Bake has its Nesio moments from time to time,
man.
But it's all right, But I mean, you know what? You put a $5 cover.
$5, bro. Come on.
$5 will do.
No. You want to go ahead and raise the stakes. You make that maybe $20, $25.
$25.
Yeah.
It's funny because the food was at Market Square was not as expensive as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be crazy, but maybe it's the other places that I go to. But Market Square had some pretty decent prices when it came to the beer and the food and whatnot. I thought it was going to be at least 50% more. But there needs to be something done. And I know that I saw a story on, I want to say it was either KSAT or WOAI, saying that there are a city council member who's saying that there needs to be better security measures out there. And it's beyond putting more police out there.
Who's going to pay for it?
It's beyond putting more police out there.
Yeah, but I'm saying if they want better security measures, who's going to pay for it? You have to charge for the event.
You got to charge for the event.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to charge.
Because I know that the taxpayers ain't going to pay for that. They're going to be like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't even go to Fiesta.
Yeah.
Which is true. If you don't go, you shouldn't be taxed to go ahead and pay for security. It should be a paid event.
Dude, that event I went to in New Orleans this past weekend, Jazz Fest, only one way in, only one way out, and they somehow got 50,000 people in that place. Somehow got 50,000 or more in that place, and there were like 10 checkpoints to get through security.
Yeah.
And it was just like a TSA line. Let me see your bag.
You get pat down again?
I didn't get pat down this time. That happened again in Charlotte the other day.
God,
dude, I got pat down for the 5th time in my lifetime. And when I say the pat down, the TSA
you want to go
down,
somewhere private?
Yeah, they're like, "Do you want to go someplace private?" No, just grab my junk here, is what I said.
Oh Lord,
goodness, dude, goodness. We're all over the place today.
Case in point, man. When they had the the Final Four, right? Years ago, I think it was
Yeah.
like maybe what 4 years ago or more, where they had the men's Final Four and they had those free, concerts, big stage, big venue, and everything. You had to stand in a long line just to get in there because they were, checking you and everything. And then once you got in there, it was all right. There's still
Yeah.
lines. I mean, there are a lot of people, the stages and everything was cool. And you were still able to get in and out, with ease. And even though there was a lot of people and the place was packed, and they would count how many people were going in.
Right.
And after it would reach capacity, they'd be like, we're not letting
We're not
nobody
letting
in.
it in.
If 3 people leave, 3 people can come in, that kind of thing. So maybe something like that needs to happen. I mean, maybe you could move it to Hemisphere, in front of the tower or whatnot. Who knows, man? I don't know. Something needs to change.
But do people go simply for the food, or they go for the music? Or do they go to shop?
They go because it's free.
Because the Market Square shops there, man, they were banking like
but
crazy.
They charge a lot for that stuff. A lot of people are just there for the food, for the drink, to get dumb and crazy. But it's a free event. That's why it's so packed all the time, because it is free. If it's a paid event, it might not be as packed. Nyosa is different, though, because a lot of people love to go to Nyosa and they're willing to pay to get in there. But how many shootings have you heard happen at Nyosa?
Edmund reaches out to us in our YouTube chat line saying Market Square is historically just an area that's open to everyone anytime and extra busy during Fiesta. If you cordon off an area with paid admission and extra security there for Fiesta, it might work. It just can't be the same way anymore.
We're in different times.
Too many Edgars out there, dude. Too many hoodlums with their Edgar cuts out there, and it's just
hey man, you're gonna put them in jail, put them to work, bro. Start doing the streets or something, cleaning the streets, filling those potholes. I bet you they're gonna be no quemaca, they're gonna be doing that shit no more.
Jonathan C saying people go because it's like a bar or a club that you don't have to pay cover on a Saturday night,
bro. Damn,
brutal, dude.
Yeah, but we have a lot of other things to talk about today as well.
Yeah, hey, what was that one song back in the day? Reunited, and it feels so good.
I thought this was a joke, Mike. I thought it was a joke, bro.
Oh man, Jerry Jones is a hard on for Ezekiel Elliott.
Jerry, man.
Ezekiel Elliott has agreed to terms with the Dallas Cowboys, bringing on a reunion. That's according to the NFL Network.
How cheap did they get him?
Dude, Zeke Elliott's only 28. He's the oldest 28-year-old I've ever seen in my life, because I thought that Zeke was at least 33. He's 28, and he is now going to be a potential RB1 because that running back committee back there that the Cowboys have includes Rico Dowdle, Deuce Vaughn, and Royce Freeman.
Look at Sith Elias's comment. My Lord and Savior Zeke. Come on, bro.
My God. You know that he's all in. Now, I don't know how long this is for. I think it's a 1-year deal. But, dude, Ezekiel Elliott is trash, man.
Hey, what did you say? He's the battering ram. You're at what? First and goal? Okay. You need that 1 or 2 yards.
I will stand by that, though. You're first and goal at the half-yard line. You have your life depending on it. And Derrick Henry's first choice, right? Okay. Maybe Nick Chubb too. But number 3, even today, is Zeke Elliott, because Zeke Elliott can go and just cross the line. If you want him to go for 4 yards or more, he's the wrong guy.
He ain't got that speed more, man.
He's got that burst to get you 16 inches, dude. That is as far as he's going to go. Look at this guy, man. Coming off a season where he had a career low 3.5 yards per carry, a career low 3 touchdowns on the season. Okay, look at this. He has gone from 5.1 yards per carry his rookie year, 2 years later 4.7, down to 4.5, down to 4.2, down to 3.8, down to 3.5. What is this trajectory showing you when it comes to the Cowboys? And when it comes to Zeke Elliott, it shows that this guy sucks. And he's your best option for RB1.
That's all they can afford.
Dude, the Cowboys are low-key tanking. Keep an eye on their draft picks, man.
Look at what Ace says. How about them Bears, though? Hey, the Bears, they were horrible, and they got that number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, and they got a stud wide receiver along the way.
Yeah.
But the Cowboys, man, okay, they get Zeke Elliott, who's their biggest offseason get this year is getting Zeke Elliott back. Trash. But they go on and get Tyler Guyton in the first round out of Oklahoma.
Oh, wait. Before we start getting into that, how did we get here? Because they traded away their 24th pick.
They slid down.
They slid down.
Thank you for bringing that up.
You know,
because James Pleasure from San Antonio Sports Star and a lot of people were reaching out to me on Twitter going, well, Jimenez, the Cowboys did a good thing. They slid down 5 spots. They still got their guy, and they got extra draft picks, a high-end third rounder. My thing is that I don't trust these guys. Okay, you know how I say that it's all public relations when it comes to like, well, Victor Wembanyama says he likes Pop as his coach. Because what else is he going to say?
You're going to believe everything they say is what you always, that's your motto.
Yeah, my motto is, okay, the Cowboys say that they got their guy. How do you know they got their guy? Dude, there is something that goes on for winning teams right now. You go get your guy. You go get your guy. Kansas City.
The Cowboys going to get
what did Kansas City do when they were like number 16 years ago?
Yeah.
A few years ago. They went up to number 10. Why? They went to go get their guy. Patrick Mahomes, right? What did they do the other day? Xavier Worthy went to go get their guy.
Yeah.
They went in there saying, we're not going to trust our board. They went out there and saying, you know what? We have 7 picks, but we like these 4 guys, and whatever we need to do to get these 4 guys, we want these guys. We're going to go get our guy.
But the Cowboys are going to cowboy, bro. You already know how they are, man.
Dude, the Houston Texans get their guy. They're moving up to get their guy.
It's not the Cowboy way.
The Cowboys like, well, let's just accumulate all these draft picks and get the best of what's left.
Yeah.
The best of what's left. So they get Tyler Guyton, first round. Okay, offensive tackle. Okay, first of all, they need help on there because Tyler Biotish is gone.
Yeah.
Tyron Smith is gone. You have 3 missing holes there on the offensive line.
You lost some pieces.
What do they call Tyler Guyton?
What's
A
his name?
project.
Oh, God.
He's a project. They get Marshawn Neiland out of Western Michigan in the second round. A lot of people are saying that that's a good pick, but I'm always suspect, man, of those Western Michigan, North Dakota states. You know, come on, man. You haven't been playing top tier talent. Now, everyone is kind of universally saying and applauding the fact that the Cowboys got Cooper Beebe in the 3rd round. That was who they got for sliding back in the draft. Guard/center out of Kansas State. A lot of people like him. I'm going to go ahead and believe in all that. But what did they not get? Did they get a quarterback?
No.
Did they get a running back?
No.
What were their glaring needs?
They need somebody that
offensive line,
help
which
the
they
line.
addressed.
Exactly. They need a running back.
Yeah.
They need a quarterback for Dak because I don't know what's going to happen with him. It doesn't look like Jerry is sold on Dak now.
You know what's so funny is that if you look at the Eagles draft, did you see?
Oh, God. They got the guy that Micah Parsons was in love with
Micah
at 23. He says, damn it again. That happened to him last year, too. He's like, let Micah Parsons make the pick. You know, fuck it, dude. I mean, this is ridiculous.
But Micah Parsons was on a podcast, and as they were live reacting to what was going on during the draft, he lost his mind because the Eagles got Quinyon Mitchell at number 2. So if you ask the question, what was the biggest weakness of the Philadelphia Eagles last year? It was cornerback play. They need a cornerback, right?
Yeah.
They're sitting there at 22. Are they trading up? No, because there was a big run on quarterbacks. They just stayed there at 22. They got the number 1 cornerback in the entire college football, Quinyon Mitchell, right?
Disgusting, dude. Disgusting.
And then second round, number 40, they got the second best quarterback in Cooper DeJean. They just stood there. They did 8 trades. Okay, Cowboys say they're on 8 trades. The Eagles did 8 trades that game, that whole weekend, draft weekend.
Yeah.
Because why? They got their guy. Now, some of their guys slid their way, right? But what they said was, round 1 and 2, we got those 2 cornerbacks. We locked into those.
We're set.
But who we got in the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th round was us making moves to get the guy we wanted because we weren't going to let him go someplace else. That's a different mentality than the Cowboys. Do the Eagles are going to be good this year?
Hey, the Eagles are all in, man. The Cowboys, you know what the Cowboys are? They're going to the bargain bin, right? You're going to go to the the bargain bin, the ones that everything's on clearance.
Yeah.
And you're going to get the best of the shit that's left.
They're hoping to nickel and dime their way to
You know,
$1,
I'm like-
dude. They're hoping to nickel and dime their way to $1 while everyone else is picking up quarters.
The stuff in the bin is in clearance for a reason. Nobody wants it.
Exactly. Handle the Fist reaches out to us and says the Eagles live to annoy the Cowboys in the draft. Chris Bettis reaches out and says they got the 2 quarterbacks, Mitchell and Dijon. Above that, the Saints got their guy. There's a comment one up on that one above Chris's where they're talking about the fact that making fun of me because my Saints got Spencer Rattler.
What a name.
Great name. Great name. An underachieving quarterback in college who played for South Carolina, also played for OU at one point.
Yeah.
There were 4 teams, according to PFF. Now, I trust PFF. PFF Network, they do all the metrics of statistical analysis of the NFL. They gave 4 teams an A+ rating on their draft. They gave the Philadelphia Eagles, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Indianapolis Colts, and they gave the New Orleans Saints an A+. Spencer Rattler was gotten in the 5th round, dude. Is he going to be a star? Maybe, maybe not. We need a backup. My Saints need a backup. And he's a 5-star talent who didn't perform well in college, but the talent is still there. They didn't use a 3rd rounder on him. They didn't use a 2nd rounder on him. They got a 5th rounder used on him. Dude, the Saints did good, dude. Saints
Look at what Jesse A says. PFF said my boy Justin Herbert was going to be a bust.
He's up in the air, isn't he?
Oh man. Hey, but you know what? Let's talk a little bit about not only NFL, but let's talk about the NBA playoffs as well. Did you see the comments by one Charles Barkley again, dude? I mean, the guy's wild, man.
Okay, first of all, is he wrong? Okay, so I'm out of town last week, right?
Bro.
I'm in North Carolina, and I'm reading these. Okay, we love Mike Taylor here from In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J. But Mike Taylor coming out and saying that this city was not boring. Come on, dude. Come on.
It's not boring, dude. There's stuff to do in San Antonio.
Yeah, you're gonna get shot there if you're.
Hey,
if
that's
you're
part
there.
of you. Got to roll the dice, bro.
Okay, so Charles Barkley, who has been after San Antonio for so long because of our big women, and that can't be disputed. San Antonio has bigger women than Dallas and
Hey,
Austin,
you're
Houston.
afraid of them, Mike. You're afraid of big women.
Dude, I mean, it is what it is. But whenever a team gets knocked out, he says they go fishing, right?
Yeah.
He goes, they're going to Cancun, they're gone fishing.
1, 2, 3, Cancun.
But now he goes, they don't even deserve Cancun. They deserve Galveston.
No, he goes, where are you going to send him? Chuck goes, where are you going to send him, Chuck? And he says, Galveston. You know what? Let me go ahead and play that video, dude. That video was freaking hilarious, man. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, dude. I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, again, Charles Barkley going in for it, man. We'll go ahead and play the video. I'll show it on screen right now. There we go. Now it's right size.
You have it on the mute.
Yeah.
Galveston.
Disappointed in New Orleans. Where they going, Chuck?
Galveston. That dirty ass water. We're not even gonna send it to Cancun. We're gonna send it to Galveston with that dirty ass water be washing up on the shore. You people think they in the beach. Y'all can't, we gonna send y'all to Cancun. Y'all drive y'all quit. Drive your ass down to Galveston.
So brutal.
So they're taking a little.
Come on, they need to try, man. No, we're not getting them no plane ticket to the beach. We send their ass to Galveston, Texas, right where that dirty water washed up on the beach. They can't even get in the water.
He has Shaq choking here, bro.
185 in game 3. It's
Oh my
Disappointed
god. Man.
in New Orleans.
He was on one, dude, again.
And then he spins it back around and has to like throw San Antonio under the bus yet again.
Oh yeah, talking about the big old women in San Antonio. You know what? And he also had to apologize for his comments against Galveston because Beyonce's mama lives in Galveston.
Yeah,
He's
he says he didn't want the Beehive to go after him, and
I don't want that smoke, Miss Knowles.
and that's when he spun it around and brought San Antonio back into it with San Antonio's big women. And we have big women, we have big dudes here. I'm one of them, so it just is what it is.
Hey, but is he wrong about Galveston, man? That water is pretty filthy, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
And Shaq is laughing because Shaq went to college there at LSU. He grew up in high school in San Antonio, right? He knows what that water's like in Galveston. It's nasty. It's nasty. It's not South Padre Island. It's not, Destin, Florida. It's just nasty water, dude. It's the water that you get in Louisiana, the bayou water.
It's all the runoff, bro. All that runoff water, that
dude.
nasty water. And they did a test. It was a couple years ago. They do it every year too.
Yeah.
And they checked the levels of E. coli and whatnot in there. Their levels are pretty damn high. It's like basically sewer water.
Yeah.
Like damn.
That's funny, dude. Midtown reaches out and says Chuck is talking crap, but he's from Alabama. It's funny, man. I go through some of these areas in the South, and it's beautiful out there. I mean, the cities aren't much of anything, but I've been through Tennessee and Mississippi and Louisiana and all those areas. I didn't mind it, man. It looks nice. It's beautiful. It's very well into nature, right? Galveston water is not like natural. That is, like you said, it's runoff.
Runoff water, because you have the runoff water coming in from Louisiana and whatnot, the runoff coming in here, and then they got the oil fields and whatnot, out in the Gulf, and they got those oil rigs and what.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all sorts of nasties.
Yeah, those three-eyed fish out there, man.
Yeah,
like the
some.
Simpsons.
got
Tonight
some.
we got 3 playoff games in the NBA. Got the Celtics and the Heat. Celtics up 2-1. The Heat stole game 2. Celtics returned the favor in game 3. You got the Thunder and Pelicans. The Thunder trying to sweep the Pelicans up 3-0. That's a 7:30 tip-off. The Celtics and Heat are a 6:30 tip-off. And then the late game. Will LeBron James live to see one more game? Or is he going to throw another temper tantrum? Dude, he was so pissed off at his coach the other day. He threw a tantrum.
Oh, I saw that, dude. I'm just waiting for Charles Barkley to say he guarantees that the Lakers are not going to win, because then that means they're going to win.
Now, the thing about that is that Jamal Murray may not play in that game. He's listed as questionable for tonight's Game 5. So if he's not out there, the Lakers might actually have a chance. But if there's a healthy Jamal Murray, the Nuggets are going to take that game. Yesterday, we saw some teams exit stage left. The Phoenix Suns
got swept, bro.
Got swept by the Minnesota Timberwolves 122-116. Timberwolves led offensively by Anthony Edwards, 40 points, including a monster dunk.
Damn.
Defensively led by the future defensive player of the year, Rudy Gobert.
That kid's a star in the making, dude.
Yep.
He's going to be something special, man.
He's great. He was a good actor in that one movie that was on Netflix the other day.
With Adam Sandler?
With Adam Sandler, yeah.
Yeah.
The Pacers took a 3-1 lead over the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks without Giannis and without Dame Lillard. Pacers won 126-113. The Clippers, my goodness, this is destined for 7 games. Beat the Mavericks 116-111. The Clippers blew a 31-point lead.
Jeez, I was watching that.
Mavericks took the lead with about 3 minutes to go, and then they let it slip through their fingers. One of the best plays you'll see all year long. Kyrie Irving taking it on against 3 guys in the lane. He double clutched, triple clutched, quadruple clutched. He somehow clutched it 5 times before making that layup. Mark Cuban was on the sidelines just in shock,
going crazy
of what he saw there.
Hey, but Kyrie, I mean, honestly, dude, he's got one of the best handles in the game, dude. I mean, Kyrie, he's great at what he does when he's playing at his high peak level.
Yeah.
When he's not injured or saying nothing dumb.
Midtown reaches out to us and says Galveston is Market Square nice.
Oh,
and then,
my God.
One last series to discuss. The Knicks beat the Sixers 97-92. Jalen Brunson with 47 points. That guy is so much fun to watch, man. So much fun to watch. And did you see the video of what happened inside the arena? So many people were cheering for the Knicks in Philly. It's not that far of a drive, right?
Yeah, it's not.
Train ride. And then in the foyer of the arena, all the Knicks fans cheering and chanting, Joel Embiid sucks. Joel Embiid, who by the way is suffering from Bell's palsy, how is he out there playing?
He can't even see out of like one part of his body because when you get that, you have like partial paralysis, right, of your muscles.
It's
and
like you
whatnot.
have a stroke.
Yeah, and you can't really see out of your left eye. He can't really see out of his left eye that good. And he's dealing with the knee injury because he's still on the mend from the surgery.
And he's throwing out some mean hits right now. Like he hit Brunson. You know, it was a cheap shot on him, which he should have been suspended for, or at least thrown out of the game for that because that was uncalled for. A couple things about that. Bell's palsy is no joke, man. I mean, and a lot of people were online making T-shirts of Joel Embiid,
God, bro,
showing like one eye open and one eye closed.
The Knicks fans are undefeated, bro. They got no chill.
Dude, Embiid did a post-game interview where only one eye was blinking, and it was so disturbing to watch. And he's out there not only with Bell's palsy, but with a jacked up knee, trying to do what he's doing. And it's so disappointing on the East because if you were to ask yourself the question, who are the two biggest stars in the Eastern Conference? It's Giannis and Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
And both of them, Embiid not himself, and you have Giannis out.
Yeah, man, that one doesn't look good. It looks like Indiana's going to be moving on, man. I mean, you don't have your best players for the Bucks out on the court. I mean, it's pretty much all she wrote. But isn't this the script that gets written every year for the Bucks? You know?
Well, they won at one time.
One time.
And then then Mike Budenholzer had a sibling who died during the finals or during the playoffs, man. And then they fired him because they lost that series. The Knicks are so much fun to watch, man.
They're a fun team.
I don't cheer for a New York team, but the Knicks are so much fun. I saw somebody on Twitter earlier this morning making a reference to Jalen Brunson. And there's certain players in the draft this year that the Spurs could potentially get. Dillingham out of Kentucky as a potential. Basically saying, how dare we say that these guys are undersized? Reed Shepard at 6'3", 6'4". Rob Dillingham at 6'3". They're just bucket getters.
They make shots,
bro. Would we say that about Jalen Brunson? Because Jalen Brunson ain't a big guy at all.
No, but he gets to the basket and he can make his shots, man. He's got that clutch gene in him, dude.
He's 6'2".
But he comes up big for the Knicks in big moments, man.
There's certain players that play a certain way. I remember Kemba Walker was that way. Kemba Walker was 6 foot tall. Jalen Brunson 6'2". Defensively, they might be liabilities, but man, offensively, they just
it's fun to watch.
For it.
But when you go up against a team that has length, size, and can keep up with you, I think that's where they're going to get exposed.
We have someone, JHNSB, saying another player that's 6'2", in that range, Tyrese Maxey, drafted after Devin Vassell. Vassell 6'5", 6'6", man. I mean, they go for stuff like that.
Yeah.
Insane, man. Insane.
Hey, let's go ahead and give some love real quick here to our boy, Jeff Garcia of the Locked On Spurs podcast. So make sure you go ahead and listen to that, your daily Spurs content. So here we go. Locked On Spurs is your daily Spurs podcast, hosted by Jeff Garcia, the lead Spurs writer for Ken's 5 San Antonio. Jeff has a healthy plethora of guests all the time on the Locked On Spurs podcast. You can also follow Jeff on Threads at Jeff G Ken's 5 SA. You can also follow Jeff on Twitter at Jeff G Spurs Zone. So make sure you go ahead and give Jeff a follow not only on Threads and Twitter, but also on YouTube at youtube.com/@Locked On Spurs. This is where you're going to be able to find the replay of the Locked On Spurs podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share.
Again, Jeff G Spurs Zone. I'm going to be the guest tomorrow, I believe.
Nice. I think I'm the guest today, from what I understood, because I recorded an episode with him on Friday, so he's supposed to be dropping that today. So
what's it all about?
Just us talking a little bit about, the Spurs and whatnot, and him trying to make some comparisons. So, I mean, you have to watch the episode. I don't want to give too much away.
I watch on YouTube. That's it.
Yeah.
He has some columns right now on Kens5.com. Jeff Garcia talking about Charles Barkley making fun of San Antonio again, making fun of Galveston, Texas. He was also all about the A.B. Quintanilla tirade that was at the Tejano Explosion. But again, follow Jeff Garcia at Jeff G Spurs Zone. Chris Bettis reaches out to us and says, Mike, as a ref, what do you think about Scott Foster as a ref? Genuine question. There are a lot of officials out there that are infamous for their calling. Back in the day, who was that one official who threw out Tim Duncan?
Oh, Joey Crawford.
Joey Crawford,
man.
Yeah. I don't understand why they are allowed to have vendettas against certain teams and certain players.
Oh, he had a vendetta against the Spurs, bro.
Yeah.
Every time it was him and another guy that every time they called the games, the Spurs were going to have a tough time winning the game.
So,
Coffee. That's the name of the other guy. Coffee.
Right.
The other ref. Yeah.
So Scott Foster is the official also that Rudy Gobert was doing the hand gestures on, saying, basically insinuating that Scott Foster had money on the game. I cannot believe Rudy Gobert is going to win Defensive Player of the Year even after that. Even after that whole incident. But, Scott Foster, veteran official, I just think that they've been around too long. I think if you've been doing something for 10, 15, 20, 30 years, 10 years is fine. But once you get into 30 years in the league,
get a little jaded.
Yeah.
Joey Crawford was wrong for that. I don't know what Tim Duncan did, but he just got under his skin. And he was just laughing at the call because it was so bad. And he's like, just looking at him after he got him with that first tee.
Well, Chris is saying that he had it out for Gobert last night. Well, Gobert had it out for Scott Foster during the game last time. Okay, they don't like each other.
Yeah. And there's Gert. What's up, Gert? Thanks for watching us from the Netherlands.
Anthony Edwards last night, 7 of 13 from 3, 40 points last night, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. This is the exciting thing about it, Joe, is that I think we're transitioning out of one generation of stars and going to the next.
Yeah, that's what's happening right before our eyes.
Kevin Durant swept. I mean, that team is...
Steph Curry and the Warriors.
Steph Curry and the Warriors. You didn't get in. LeBron's going to be 40.
Yeah.
You have a lot of aging stars out there. And then some of the stars that you do have that are still relatively young have too much wear and tear. We're seeing injuries a lot with Giannis, with Joel Embiid.
Zion
Williamson, forever hurt. But now, the new crop, Anthony Edwards, Victor Wembanyama. You have Luka Doncic still, who's very young.
Yeah.
The new generation's taking over right now.
Luka Doncic, man, that kid is something else, dude. Knocking down the shots that he's knocked down against the Clippers. This has been a fun series to watch. They're going back and forth. It's very physical.
And they're better without Kawhi.
Hey, if that doesn't tell you something, Clippers fans, the playoffs right now should. How many games has Kawhi played so far? 1. And when he played, they were horrible.
Right.
Now he's not in the game. It seems like everybody's like, hey, Kawhi's not here.
The ball can move around.
Yeah, we can actually do something. Get rid of him, man. He's a part-time NBA player. You're paying him to win you games in the playoffs. He never shows up. He's damaged goods. Move on.
Some of the second-round matchups going to be pretty good, dude. We're going to have some really good matchups out here. I can see the Knicks running the Eastern Conference, man. The Knicks have been playing so well these days. They're so confident. That crowd is getting amped up for them. Dude, New York has not had an NBA champion since 1972, if I'm not mistaken.
Forever. And they made it all the way to the NBA Finals in 99 against the Spurs, but it wasn't meant to be. And they had Patrick Ewing injured that year as well.
Drew Show reaches out with a $5 super chat saying, why isn't anybody talking about Wemby winning the gold medal this summer? Book it. Everybody in San Antonio needs to fly a French flag during the Olympics.
We were talking about that the other day. We're saying that, you know what? Me and Matt Lerman was saying that we just might be rooting for the French team in the Olympics, because they're going to be a fun team to watch. They have a lot of great young players on that team. And if you're a Spurs fan and you're a fan of Wemby, why aren't you going to root for Wemby?
Well, let's talk about this, because I'm taking a look right now at covers.com about the odds of certain countries winning the Olympic gold. Right now, Team USA is minus 500 to 1 odds. Minus 500 odds, which basically means that you need to bet $500 to win 100.
Yeah.
Serbia has the second best odds at 7.5 to 1, followed by France at 8 to 1. I'm sorry, Canada at 8 to 1. France is 9 to 1. And then you have Germany at 16 to 1, Australia at 50, Sudan and Japan at 30,000 to 1 odds. Woo!
You bet some money on that.
Can pay off my house with $8.
Book it, Mike. $8.
Let's see here. The Serbian team, by the way. So you might ask yourself the question, okay, well, who's on each team? Team USA has LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Anthony Davis. These guys are all old.
Oh, yeah.
Joel Embiid's one eye, Bam Adebayo, Tyrese Halliburton, and Devin Booker. Team Serbia. Not a lot of big names, but they have a center named Nikola Jokic.
Oh, God.
Okay, you know what? This is FIBA basketball. They're not playing on an NBA court. This is FIBA basketball with a FIBA court, with a FIBA lane, with a FIBA basketball, with FIBA officials who call traveling, who don't give the offensive player benefit of the doubt. They allow defense. They allow hugging and tugging and all that stuff. That's going to be clipped. I already know it.
You know what? I mean, can you hear Nikola Jokic? You got to play that Rocky clip.
Yeah.
If he dies, he dies. Or what is the other one? I will break him. I will break you. Nikola's so good, though, at passing. He's great at just being an offensive player. He has a high basketball IQ. I like watching me some Nikola Jokic, man.
Who's on Team Canada at 8 to 1 odds?
I don't know. Who's on Team Canada?
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, maybe the MVP this year.
It's gonna be the other way around. It's gonna be Jokic.
You think so?
Yeah. I'm gonna look up the Canada basketball roster here. Oh, they got Zach Edey, R.J. Barrett, Dylan Brooks, Kelly Olynyk,
Oh man,
Dwight Powell, Lou Dort, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They've got a team. They got a team.
look at what the Drew Show says. $5 tip from the Drew Show. Thanks, Drew. He says, "Yeah, hey, Team USA is the old and injured. Joe is walking dead. AD isn't far behind. Easy money, Serbia,
police."
Joel is the Walking Dead.
But look at France basketball roster. Let's see here.
Hey, France is not going to have a too shabby of a team.
Nicholas
They'll be all
Batum, Nando De Colo,
right. They'll be all right.
Evan Fournier, old players, man. Then they got these guys who are going to be, drafted in the NBA 2 years from now, and then Wemby.
Yeah. You know who always has good teams? Argentina and Spain, dude.
Yeah, they look to be off this year as far as...
Yeah, they had some of their players aging out already.
Yeah,
dude.
it's been a while. Poodles in Paris, January 2025.
For real. Hey, and not only that, but I know Jeff Garcia on Jeff G Spurs Zone on the X. He had put something that it's been official already. We already knew it was the worst kept secret. Spurs are going to play, I think, was it 2 games in France? And now we have a little bit more information to go off of. Jeff went ahead and put that on the X earlier this morning, so go check that out.
Yeah, so I'm reading about that right now.
There you go. I'll show it on screen.
That is, this is on NBA.com, by the way. Spurs, Pacers, they will play twice, meeting on January 23rd and January 25th, 2025. Let's get your tickets, baby. Get your tickets. Do what you got to do. You got to buy the tickets and then force yourself to go.
Where you going to stay, though? That's where the real money is going to be spent.
Dude, France is
Booking it.
all about the hotel industry over there. There's some place to stay. There's also those hostels and there's Airbnbs. You'll find a place to stay.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's look it up. I'm gonna Google flight this right now here.
You're going to do it on live right now?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and
Let's
put it
do
on
this.
there.
Okay. We want to go to Chez Paris, right? Let's
go ahead and check it out.
Okay. How much is this going to cost? Okay. Googleflights.com. We're going to go to Paris, Charles de Gaulle Airport. We're going to leave in January. Because January is also an off time because it's winter time and people don't travel during the winter. Here we go. So we want to go the 21st through the 27th. Tickets, according to googleflights.com, if you buy it right now,
Jeez, bro.
including tax, $800.
That's dirt cheap.
Not
man.
bad, dude. Not
That's
bad.
dirt cheap,
$800,
bro.
dude. That's half the price of a
But what airline are we flying?
American, baby.
Because I ain't getting on no Boeing.
No.
Flying across the ocean? Nah.
Dude, Delta, $833.
Hey, man, I like me some Delta Airlines, bro.
With one stop in Atlanta.
You lost me, bro.
You fly at
I freaking hate Atlanta, dude, with the passion.
You fly from 11:15 to 2:31 p.m.
No.
into Atlanta, and then you have a 1.5 hour layover. Then you go into Paris. It is an 8-hour flight from there. That's not bad, dude.
You almost had me until you said the layover was in Atlanta. Anywhere but there, bro.
Okay, we got another one here. The American Airlines one has a stop in Dallas, and it goes from Dallas.
All right.
That's a 9-hour flight from Dallas to Paris. $800.
Mike's gonna book it just to get groped by a Frenchman at the TSA.
So you can check out my wee wee.
Sir, you have to step out of line. We have to pat you down. Do you have a croissant in your pants?
Drew Show says Delta, they have the best VIP lounge, baby. Book it.
There you go.
Book it. So $800, right? That's not bad, dude.
It's not a bad deal. I mean, you spend more than $800 trying to get good concert tickets, depending on where you want to sit.
I'm sure there's a StubHub in
Yeah.
Paris. Can you imagine going all the way over there and only watching?
Can't even go to the
Can't
game.
go to the game. Watch it from a cafe.
Yeah.
Smoking some reds.
Cigarettes, drinking some wine, eating some bread.
Fernandez, look me up, dude. I'll go with you.
Photos in Paris. Hey, we got to make the shirts.
Can you,
Photos in Paris.
can you imagine me and Fernandez just
Oh,
running up and
God,
down
bro.
Paris?
Somebody's gonna get arrested. We're gonna have
We're
to
gonna
have a
make our
GoFundMe.
we're gonna make our way to Amsterdam. Go visit Garrett.
He's gonna
Red
say,
light
"Hey, bro,
district."
we went ahead and took Mike to the red light district, and then we lost him. I don't know what happened."
I'm like the movie Eurotrip.
Yeah.
Club vendor sex. I got the T-shirt.
Jeez.
Demon Mike.
Demon Mike time. Oh, you were gonna tell me a story. You said about Demon Mike time.
Oh yeah, this was so funny, man. I was on Twitter the other day. Brock Bowers was the number 13 pick in the draft. He was taken by the Las Vegas Raiders. Brock Bowers was considered to be the best tight end in the entire draft, and he was apparently a top 6 talent. But because there's a run on quarterbacks, he didn't go in the top 6. He went number 13. And the Raiders were not even expected to get him. He wasn't even on anyone's radar on any of the mock drafts. Well, anyway, you know how you watch the draft and then you see that they have a hot girlfriend
Oh yeah.
and a hot mom, right? So the thing about it is Brock Purdy's sitting there with his mom, who's kind of a nugget, okay? And he's sitting there next to his girlfriend, who's a certified nugget, who's a model.
See if
right?
you can find the picture, dude. I'm waiting for you to
But
pull it
then
up
people
here.
reached out going, well, wait a minute.
Wait.
What about the
Let's
sister?
show it. Let's show
What
it.
about the sister with the leg tat, the leg sleeve?
She went viral.
Yeah, dude, she went viral fast. So we have people coming out saying that Brock Bowers' sister, whoever she is the new crush.
Oh God.
Dude.
And you were like,
I was like, yeah, not normally my speed, but look at that face. I mean, now, meantime, Brock Bowers' girlfriend, was getting a lot of the publicity at first.
yeah.
But this is the girlfriend right here. This is what she normally looks like. She's a model.
She looks good.
She's an Instagram baddie. Let me see if I can find another. There she is right there.
There she is.
She's very proper, very, take home to mom. But the sister, though, the sister was bad.
Mike was at the red light district asking for pat downs.
No ordering pat downs because it's part of the menu.
Oh my God. You're going to go get something to eat and they give you the menu. Here you go, sir.
So who you got? Brock Purdy's girlfriend? Brock Bowers' girlfriend or Brock Bowers' sister?
No, man. The sister, bro.
The sister?
The sister, bro.
Hey, Tank Dell of the Houston Texans was shot. I don't know if you saw that. Wide receiver was among 10 people shot in Sanford, Florida, at a bar and grill / restaurant bar club. It was called Cabana Lives. And I believe he was shot, if I was not mistaken, by a 16-year-old who was arrested after shooting 10 people at a waterside bar in Sanford, Florida, Sunday morning. It was just after midnight. Tank Dell is apparently going to be okay. The Houston Texans released a statement saying that they are aware of the shooting and that Tank Dell was a victim of the situation.
Yeah.
That he sustained a minor wound but has been released from the hospital and is in good spirits. The Texans go on to say that we are in contact with him and his family and will provide more updates when appropriate. But we ask that you please respect his privacy at this time. Thoughts and prayers to everyone involved in the incident. Again, that's a statement from the Houston Texans.
That's craziness, dude. Oh, and thanks to Drew here. He gave us a $2 super chat here. He says the sister of Bowers is a brujeria watch.
Watch it. She will curse you.
Hey, the crazy ones do bad things, man.
You know, I get what you're saying, man. I get what you're saying. But Brock Bowers' sister, though, like I said, it's not my thing. But when you have that face to go along with that whole craziness down low, I mean, do you know what she looks like? She looks like one of the Dunphy daughters from Modern Family.
Ariel?
Yeah, Ariel Winters.
Ariel Winters? Oh,
yeah.
God.
She looks like her a little bit.
I guess a little bit.
Chris Leha says Bowers' sister is a bad broad.
Oh,
she is,
God,
dude.
she is.
She is. I mean,
USOA approved. Hey, when y'all gonna get the official mascot done, dude? I want that logo to have Duncan on it, dude. Duncan's gangster, man.
Drew Show says she looks like a witch, a hot witch, but a witch nonetheless.
Chris Pettis. Nah, she definitely trouble, LOL. Everybody's had a crazy one,
Yeah,
you know?
She fine though, man.
Oh, God, man. This show always takes a weird turn some way, somehow, bro. We go down the rabbit hole.
And it's funny because I sent you a photo of this girl over the weekend, and I was like, sometime this week I want to talk about this chick.
Demon Mike.
And no one has any information about her, man, other than the fact that she went viral.
We don't even know what her name is.
Yeah, we don't even know if it's even the sister. I mean, it could be cousin.
Maybe it could be a friend of the girlfriend that he has. Who knows, man?
So turns out that Ezekiel, what's that? Creepy Mike. Sean Quintero, which is out. Creepy Mike would ask. It's not creepy. It's Demon Mike. Demon Mike would ask how high the tats go.
Jeez, bro. Oh my God, Jonathan C. She looks like she will steal you from you while you're in your sleep. I'm okay with that.
Oh, we do have a name. Her name is Brianna Bowers, and it is a sister.
Wow, bro. I bet you he gets that a lot. Hey, bro, your sister's kind of hot.
Oh, well, the question becomes, as we're doing this, Brianna Bowers' Instagram.
Oh, Lord.
Let's see.
Hey, before we get into that, let's go ahead and give some love to our boy over here, Chris Leha.
Yeah.
Of MCS General Contracting, bringing you that diamond hard concrete, baby. MCS General Contracting, more than 30 years of combined experience in concrete placement. They are the best in the business, honest pricing, high quality work. They get going on house foundations, driveways, concrete patio decks. If you want to extend the deck, extend the driveway. If you're a business and you need to put together a slab, a parking lot, or other concrete placement services or sidewalks, reach out to MCS General Contracting at 210-774-9155. They're confident in their skills, so give Chris Leha over at MCS General Contracting a call at 210-774-9155. And thank you for being a sponsor of this show.
They do a fantastic job. MCS did work at my house a while back. The dogs have not been able to escape, at least not the big ones, thanks to a lot of their work.
Duncan and Cody.
Daisy, though, she gets out. She's a little tiny dog. She's a little runaway, dude. She gets out pretty frequently, but Duncan's been fine. I find it interesting that Duncan is now the mascot of USOA. No T-shirt. I want a T-shirt with my dog on it.
I don't know. You're tough enough for the shirt, bro.
Dude.
You know what? Just because you want one, I bet you they're not going to give it to you.
I'm USOA adjacent.
No.
I mean, okay, first of all, I'm 1-0 in Fiesta fights.
Oh, God.
Okay. I have a side of me known as Demon Mike. Right. I mean, I have some belts on the wall to get this, to ask for this. I have the dog, for crying out loud. It's my dog.
Starting to worry about Mike. I hope I got something diamond hard for Miss Bowers. Oh, Leha.
Sis saying, I don't own Duncan. Duncan owns me. That's nice.
Duncan owns you.
Dude, North Carolina was nice, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice weather?
Dude, the weather was beautiful. I was out there in Charlotte doing some at some convention out there for my work. And it's funny because I've been saying that this is going to be my year of travel.
Yeah.
Because going through divorce, that'll be finalized this summer, all that stuff. I just want to go out and do stuff. So I went to California early this year. Unfortunately, that was for personal matters with the death in the family.
And you got COVID too.
Yeah, I got COVID while I was there
too.
I went to New Orleans this past weekend. I went to Charlotte. I went to Vegas earlier this year.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So I'm looking at going places. I'm going to Nashville in June. Taking my kids out.
What does Taylor say?
To vacation.
His saying, doing things.
Doing things.
Just
going out about doing things.
Yeah.
Just hanging out and just going to bars and whatnot, listening to music and all that stuff. But Charlotte was beautiful, man. I had not seen that city before. I'd never been there before. I thought it'd be, it's just a southern town, southern city. Dude, it is. You go to Charlotte, and it is about 20 years advance of San Antonio.
Oh, city and everything.
It's just. I'm sitting there at that. I'm having drinks on that rooftop hotel. It's a nice hotel there. They have a nice restaurant bar over there. I didn't pay for it. It was paid for by my company.
Yeah.
But I'm looking around. I'm there going, look at all these corporations. Look at all of these businesses. And look, here's where the Hornets play. And here's where the Panthers play. And the waterway and all that stuff. And it's just so beautiful. And I'm just there thinking to myself, it was vibrant walking. I was walking up and down the downtown.
That's how I felt when I was in Maryland.
Yeah. It's just like, it's light years ahead. There are people who go to Asia.
Yeah.
And see the technology over there and go, why isn't this in the United States? Why are we 30 years behind the rest of the world when it comes to things? But Sith has reached out to us saying that I need to fly him out to France, and that'll get me into USOA.
Tim Gonzalez, I bet Bowers gets in the USOA group before Mike ever gets in. Yeah, man, we're going to go ahead and have to start calling this one, dude, because I got to get ready to go to work.
Sounds like a plan. I got to go record an episode of Locked On Spurs, so don't forget to follow Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs and Ken's 5. Don't forget to leave us a tip out the door. That's what the AI told you to do before the show started.
Yeah, my AI Gigi.
And we're now at, 858 strong? What are we at?
800 and something, yeah.
Let's see here. I'm going to look it up real fast. What are we at right now? We're at 856 before the show started. And we are still at 8. Oh, well, we got one. We're at 857, making the march to 1,000.
Yeah, we got to start doing some more giveaways. I got some more stuff to, kind of sweeten the deal.
Yeah, I have some giveaways also, and I need to get back in touch with the missions about what they have going on over there.
Oh, yeah. Hey, they gave away those gariberas the other day on Friday.
Nice.
They look nice, dude. They're really nice.
Nice.
I
should have bought that hat for Hefe, man. I should have bought that.
The Hefe?
Dos Equis hat.
From Market Square?
Yeah.
We got to go back there. I'll probably get it. I'll go back there again when it's safe, when the raza's left.
Yeah.
And I'll probably go buy it. It'll probably be cheaper at that time.
Hey, don't forget to follow Generation Duo as well. And
sweep the league. Be back on Friday.
Very nice. Everyone have a fantastic day. It's Monday here in San Antonio. Be safe out there. And you know what? Hate to say it this way. That shooting there at Market Square, that guy was going to kill somebody at some point, right? He was going to kill somebody at some point.
Yeah, just troubled youth,
Yeah. It's sad to see, man. Sad to see. But also thank you to that nice lady, that teacher up in Dallas who recorded all those videos there of AB
Maria.
going crazy. Maria. That was amazing as well. Everyone have a fantastic day. We'll be back tomorrow.
We're out.